regards to the service and maintenance side, I'll just quickly pop the bonnet and we'll start covering some stuff. So you just come up here to the bonnet, grab this latch here, pull that, and sometimes when you pull that latch, the bonnet doesn't want to go up, so just give her a little bit of a jiggle and then it'll start to go up. That bit of string / rope there is to help you pull that bonnet down. I don't know about you, but my arms are not long enough to be reaching that any time of day. Over here, you've got the battery. With the battery, you have an isolator switch built into the positive side here. So for extended periods of not using the tractor, you can turn that off. It is good practice to turn it off every night anyway to minimize parasitic loss on any of the electricals on the tractor. Behind the battery, you've got an oil cooler, a condenser for the air conditioning system, and a behemoth of a radiator behind it. Now, what we recommend is please do not pressure clean said items because if you bend any of the foils, you will greatly reduce the efficiency of their cooling capabilities. Now, in front of this radiator, you'll see two black tabs up the top there. You just pull them out, pull the screens out, and give them a blast with the air compressor just to maintain good airflow into the radiator. Radiator cap up the top there, coming around this side of the tractor. You got your dipstick for the engine oil there, fuel filter, one of. Back here is the fuel primer, so should you get air in your lines from the tractor sitting too long, what you want to do is crack the nut just along here, crack it, keep pumping this until you get, I can't do it right now because there's plenty of fuel in the system, but you will be able to keep pumping that until air spits out. As the air's completely spit out and fuel starts to come out, do that nut back up and off you go. I've taken over camera operations temporarily. You've got your coolant overflow tank right there located behind the radiator. These are the tabs that I was talking about for the screens on the radiator. You just pull them up, give them a clean. Up here is your air filter. There's a big core in there that you undo the clips that you can see there, and you pull said filter out, give it a clean once in a while. Up this is not an exhaust stack. This is a pre-filter that leads down to this air filter. Over here is your turbocharger. Not that you'll have much to do with it, but we figured we'd inform you anyway while we're here. Lastly, aircon condenser, compressor right there. As you may already know, you will have grease nipples all over the tractor, not just on the axle here. Some of them can be a bit more hidden than others, so please familiarize yourself with all the locations. For example, here on the front end loader, you've got at least a dozen on each side that you need to be mindful of greasing. Now, this isn't necessarily a maintenance item, but I figured we'd talk about it while we are here. You've obviously got an exhaust stack here, but with regards to the front end loader, all of the hydraulics are now sheathed and also run internally to minimize the chances of snagging should you be in a scrubby area or if something were to kick up. The front end loader also has your standard rams, but also has accumulators to help dampen the bouncing effect should you be on unstable ground or to smooth out your joystick operations. Now, with regards to removing the front end loader, if you need to remove it, I will say it's about a 5-minute job to remove, but it is a considerably longer effort to put back on, just something to be mindful of. If you take this front end loader off, you do not get the same amount of fuel savings in direct relation to the weight savings, just something to be mindful. But if you wanted to remove the front end loader, you just put these legs down, one down on each side, which is that gray bit there. You grab one of these levers, one on each side, all the way up, all the way forward, and drive out behind it. Now, lining it up can be a pain, so again, just please be mindful of the process. Just quickly on this right side here, you've got your alternator, oil filter for the engine. Coming over here, you've actually got your power steering and hydraulic system pump there. Coming back along here, down under this exhaust stack, you've got the starter motor, and here's your hydraulic reservoir. This is also a breather, and that's a dipstick. And lastly, hydraulic filter back there under the cab with another one just tucked away right down there.